behind you. So glad we almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to move. Everybody wants to move. Everybody wants to move the world.
Effect of the Duke of Albany than Cornwall.
It did always seem so to us, but now in the It always seemed so to us, but now in the division of the kingdom it appears not which of the dukes he values most. For qualities are so weighed that curiosity in neither can make choice of either's moiety.
Is not this your son, my lord?
Sir, this young fellow's mother had indeed, sir, a son for her cradle, ere she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault?
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
But I have a son, by order of law, some year elder than this, who is yet no dearer in my account, though this knave came something saucily to the world before he was sent for. The king is coming.
Attend the lord with man to Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my lord.
Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Now that we have divided and free our kingdom, tell me, my daughters, which of you shall we say doth love us most, that we our largest bounty may extend where nature doth with merit challenge? Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter, dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honor, as much as child e'er loved or father found, a love that makes breath poor and speech unable. Beyond all manner of so much I love you.
What shall Cordelia do? Love and be silent.
Of all these bounds, even from this land to this, of shady forest and wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady. What says our second daughter, dearest Regan, wife to Cornwall? Speak.
Sir, I am made of the self-same metal that my sister is, and prize me at my worth in my true heart. I find she names my very deed of love. Only she came short, and that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square sense possesses. I find I am alone felicited in your dear highness's love.
Then poor Cordelia, and yet not so, since I am sure my love is more richer than my tongue.
To thee and thine hereditary ever remain this ample third of our kingdom. But now, our joy, although last not least in our dear love, what can you say to win a third more opulent than your sisters?
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing can come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond, nor more nor less. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters to love my father all.
Well, let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. Here I disclaim all my paternal care, and as a stranger to my heart and need, hold thee from this forever.
Good my liege.
Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. So be my grave my peace, as here I give her father's heart from her. Call France, who stirs, call Burgundy, Cornwall and Albany. With my two daughters' dowers digest this third. I do invest you jointly in all my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Only we still retain the name and all the large effects of a king.
Royal Lear, reverse thy doom, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness.
Out of my sight.
See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
Now by Apollo.
Now by Apollo, thou swearest thy gods in vain.
Hear me. On thy allegiance, hear me. 5 days we do allot thee for provision to shield thee from disasters of the world, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back on our kingdom. If on the 7th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominion, the moment is thy death. Away, by Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Why, fare thee well, king, since thus thou wilt appear. Friendship lives hence, and banishment is here.
Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
My noble Burgundy, we first address towards you. What in the least will you require at present, dower with her, or cease request of love?
Your Royal Majesty, I crave no more than what your Highness has offered, nor will you tender less.
Right, noble Burgundy. When she was dear to us, we did hold her so. But now her price is fallen. Sir, there she stands. Will you, with those infirmities she owes, take her or leave her?
Pardon me, royal sir. Election makes up not in such conditions.
And leave her, sir, for by the power that made me, I tell you all her worth. As for you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray as to match you where I hate.
This is most strange, that she, the dearest, should in this trice of time commit things so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favor.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for I want that glib and oily art, to speak and purpose not. Since what I will intend, I'll do it before I speak, that you make known it is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step, that hath deprived me of your grace and favor. But even for want of that which I am richer, a still soliciting eye, and such a tongue that I am glad I have not, though not having it have lost me in your liking.
Better thou hadst not been born than to not have pleased me better.
Fairest Cordelia, that art most rich, being poor, thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Thy dowerless daughter, king thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair France.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine, for we have no such daughter, nor shall we ever see that face of hers again. Therefore, be gone. Without our grace, our love, our benison, come, noble Burgundy.
Bid farewell to your sisters.
The jewels of our father, with washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know you, what you are, and like a sister, am most loath to call your faults as they are named. Love well our father.
Prescribe not us our duty.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not little I have to say what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight, next month, with us.
That's most certain, and with you.
You see how full of change his age is. The observation we have made of it hath been little. He always loved our sister most, and with what poor judgment he has now cast her off appears too grossly.
'Tis but the infirmity of his age, yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash. Then must we turn from his age to receive not alone the imperfections of long engrafted condition, but therewithal the unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years bring with them.
Such unconstant starts are we like to have from him as this of Kent's banishment.
There has been further compliment of leave-taking between France and him. Pray you let us sit together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall think further of it.
We must do something, and in the heat.
Thou, nature, art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom and allow the curiosity of nations to deprive me, for that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother? Ah! Why brand they us with base, with baseness, bastardy, base? Our father's love is to the bastard as to the legitimate. That's a fine word, legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if my invention thrive and this letter speed, Edmund the base shall too, the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now, gods, stand up for bastards.
Kent banished thus, and France in choler pardon. The king, gone tonight, prescribed his power, confined to exhibition. All this done upon the gad. Edmund, how now, what news?
So please your lordship not.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
The quality of nothing hath not such need to hide itself. Come, let's see. If it be nothing, I shall not need spectacles.
I hope for my brother's justification he wrote this but as an essay or taste of my virtue.
My dearest Edmund, I begin to find an idle and fond bondage in the oppression of aged tyranny, who sways not as it hath power, but as it is served. If our father would sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever, and live the beloved of your brother Edgar. How came you to this? Who brought it?
It was not brought me, my lord. That's the curious thing. I found it thrown in at the casement of my closet.
Know you the character to be your brother's?
It is his hand, my lord, but I hope his heart is not in the contents.
Has he never before sounded you in this business?
Never, my lord, but I have oft heard him maintain it to be fit that sons of perfect age and the father declined, the son should act as a keeper of the father and manage his revenue.
He cannot be such a monster. Edmund, seek him out. Wind me into him, I pray you. These late eclipses in the sun and moon portend no good to us. Love cools. Friendship falls off. Brothers divide. We have seen the best of our time.
This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the surfeits of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, the stars, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. Ha! I should have been, that I am, had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing.
How now, brother Edmund? What sad contemplation are you in?
When saw you my father last?
The night gone by?
And found you no discomfort in him by word nor countenance?
None at all.
Bethink yourself wherein you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence until some little time hath qualified the heat of his displeasure, which at this instant so rageth in him, that with the mischief of your person it would scarcely allay.
Some villain hath done me wrong.
That's my fear. Brother, I pray, retire with me to my lodging, where I will fitly bring you to hear my lord speak. Here's my key. If you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother?
Brother, I do advise you to the best. I am no honest man, if there be any good meaning towards you. I have told you what I've heard and seen, but faintly nothing like the image and horror of it. Pray you away.
Shall I hear from you anon?
I do serve you in this business. Let me, if not by right, have lands by wit, all with me's meet that I can fashion fit.
Now, banished Kent, if thou canst serve where thou dost stand condemned, so may it come. Thy master, whom thou lovest, shall find thee full of labours.
Let me not stay just further. Go, get it ready. How now? What art thou?
A very honest-hearted fellow, as poor as the king.
If thou beest as poor for subject as he's for king, thou art poor enough. What wouldst thou?
Service.
What services canst thou do?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, mar a curious tale in telling it, and deliver a plain message bluntly. That which ordinary men are fit for, I'm qualified in, and the best of me is diligence.
Follow me, thou shalt serve me. If I like thee no worse after dinner, I will not part from thee yet. Dinner! Ho! Dinner! Where's my fool? Go you call hither my fool. Oh, you, sirrah, you! Where's my doctor? So please you. What is the fellow there? Go, call the top back. I have perceived the most faint neglect of late, which I have rather blamed on mine own jealous curiosities rather than the very pretense and purpose of unkindness. I will look further into it. But where's my fool? I have not seen him this 2 days.
Since my young lady is going into France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
No more of that, I have noted it well. Go you call hither my fool. Oh, you, sir, you! Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father? My lord's knave, you horse and dog, you slave, you cur.
I am none of these, my lord. I beseech your pardon.
Do you bandy looks with me, you rascal?
I'll not be struck in, my lord.
Nor tripped neither, you base football player. Come, sir, arise, away!
Now, my friendly knave, I thank thee. There is earnest of thy service.
Let me hire him too! Here's my coxcomb!
How now, my pretty knave, how dost thou?
Sirrah, you were best take my coxcomb.
Why, my boy?
Why? For taking one's part that's out of favor. This fellow has banished 2 honest daughters and did the 3rd blessing against his will. If thou follow him, thou must needs wear my coxcomb.
Take heed, sirrah, the whip.
Ah, truth the dog must kennel. He must be whipped out while the Lady Brash may stand by the fire and stink.
This is nothing, fool.
Then 'tis like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You gave me nothing for it. Can you make no use of nothing, nuncle?
Why no, boy. Nothing can be made of nothing.
Prithee, nuncle, keep a schoolmaster that can teach thy fool to lie. I would fain learn to lie.
And you lie, sir, I will have you whipped.
I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. Thou'lt have me whipped for speaking true, thou'lt have me whipped for lying, and sometimes I am a whip for holding my peace. I'd rather be any kind of thing than a fool, yet I would not be thee, nuncle. Thou hast pared thy wit on both sides and left nothing in the middle. Here comes one of the things.
Ah, now, my doctor, what makes that conflict as of late on?
Not only this, sir, you're all licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank and not to be endured riots. I would you would make use of your good wisdom, whereof I know you are fraught, and put away these dispositions which of late transport you from what you rightly are.
Does any here know me? This is not Lear. Does Lear walk thus? Speak thus? Where are his eyes? Can anyone tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow! This, sir, is much of the savor of your other new pranks. I beseech you, sir, understand my purposes aright, as you are old and reverend should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this our court, infected with their manners, shows like a riotous inn. Be then desired by her, who else will take the thing she begs, a little to disquantity or train, and the remainders that shall still depend to be such men as may besort your age, which know themselves and you.
Darkness and devils, saddle my horses, call my train together. Degenerate bastard, I'll not trouble thee, yet have I left the doctor.
You strike my people, and your disordered rabble make servants of their betters.
Oh, that too late repents. If it's your will, speak, sir, saddle my horses. Ingratitude, thou marble-hearted fiend, more hideous when thou show'st thee in the child than the sea monster.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Detested kite, thou liest. Oh, most small fault. How ugly didst thou in Cordelia show, which, like an engine, wrenched me from my frame of nature, from the fixed place, drew from my heart all love and added to the gall. Oh, Lear, 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 beat at this gate that let thy folly in and thy dear judgment out. Away, away!
My lord, I am guiltless as I'm ignorant of what hath moved you.
It may be so, my lord. Here, nature, here, dear goddess, here. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her derogate body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teem, turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away! Away!
Did you mark that?
I cannot be so partial, Goneril, for the great love I bear.
Pray you content. What, Oswald? Oh, you, sir, more knave than fool after your master. Knuckler, Terry!
Take the fool with me!
What, Oswald, have you writ the letter to my sister?
I know.
Take you some company and away to horse. Nay, nay, my lord. This milky gentleness and course of yours, though I condemn not, yet under pardon you are much more a task for want of wisdom than praise for harmful mildness.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving to better, we oft more dwell.
Go you before to Gloucester with these letters.
I will not sleep, my lord, till I have delivered your letter.
I will forget my nature, so kind a father. Be my horses ready?
Thy asses are gone about them.
The reason why the 7 stars and no more than 7 is a pretty reason.
Because there are not 8.
Yes, thou wouldst make a good fool, nuncle. If thou were my fool, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
I pray you do not make me mad. Sweet heaven, I would not be mad. Keep me in my temper. I would not be mad. Be my horses ready.
Ready, my lord.
Come, boy.
Brother! Brother, descend! Brother, I say, my father watches. Sir, fly this place. Intelligence is given where you are hid. Pardon me, I hear my father coming. In cunning I must draw my sword upon you. Draw! Seem to defend yourself. Now quit you well. Yield! Come before my father! Fly, brother! Torches! Torches! So farewell. Some blood drawn on me might beget an opinion of a more fierce endeavor.
Oh no, Edmund, where's the villain?
Look, sir, I bleed.
Where's the villain, Edmund?
Fled this way, sir. When
He's
by
in the
no
house.
means...
Go after. By no means what?
When by no means he could persuade me to the murder of your lordship.
Let him fly far.
Oh.
Not in this land shall he remain uncaught. And found, dispatch. Hark, the Duke's trumpets. I know not why he comes. All ports I'll bar. The villain shall not escape.
How now, my noble friend? Since I came hither, which I can call but now, I have heard strangeness.
What? Did my father's godson seek your life? He whom my father named your Edgar.
Lady, shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion with the riotous knights that tended upon my father?
He was of that consort, madam.
No marvel then, though he were ill-affected.
Edmund, I hear you have shown your father a childlike office.
He did betray his practice and received this hurt, striving to apprehend him.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared of doing harm. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience doth this instant so much commend itself, you shall be ours.
I shall serve you truly, sir, however else.
For him I thank your grace.
You know not why we came to visit you?
Thus out of season, threading dark-eyed night, occasions, noble Gloucester, of some prize, wherein we must have use of your advice.
I serve you, madam. Your graces are right welcome.
Good dawning to thee, friend. Art of this house.
Aye,
Where may we set our horses?
in the mire.
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, three-suited, 100-pound, filthy, worst-stalking knave, a lily-livered, action-taking, whoresome, glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch! One whom I will beat into a clamorous whining if thou deniest the least syllable of thy addition.
What a monstrous fellow art thou to rail on one who is neither known of thee nor knows thee!
What a brazen-faced varlet art thou, to deny thou knowest me. Is it not 2 days since I tripped up thy heels and beat thee before the king? Draw, you rogue, for though it is night yet the moon shines. Draw!
Help! Murder! Murder!
How now, what's the matter? Part! With you, goodman boy, if you please. Come, I'll flesh ye. Come on, young master.
Peace upon your lives! He dies that strikes again. What is the matter?
I am scarce in breath, my lord.
No marvel. You have so bestirred your valor, you cowardly rascal. Nature disclaims in thee.
Peace, Sirrah, you beastly knave. Know you no reverence?
Yes, sir, but anger hath a privilege.
Why art thou angry?
That such a slave as this should wear a sword who wears no honesty.
This is some fellow who, having been praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness, and constrains the garb quite from his nature. He cannot flatter me. Fetch forth the stocks! As I have life and honor, there shall he sit till noon.
Till noon, till night, my lord, and all night too.
Come, my lord, away.
Approach, thou beacon to the sun globe, that by thy comfortable beams I may peruse this letter. A note is from Cordelia, who hath most fortunately been informed of my obscured course, and shall find time for this enormous state, seeking to give losses their remedies. Fortune, good night. Smile. Once more turn thy wheel.
Hear myself proclaimed, by the happy hollow of a tree, escape the hunt. Whilst I may escape, I will preserve myself. And in the thought to take the poorest and most basest shape that ever penetrate and contempt of man brought near to beast. The country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars, who with lunatic voices, sometimes with roaring bands, sometimes with prayers, enforce their charity. Poor Turley God! Poor Tom! That's something yet. Edgar, I nothing am.
'Tis strange they should so depart from hence and not send back my messenger.
Hail to thee, noble master!
Makest thou this shame thy pastime?
No, my lord.
He wears cruel garters.
What's he that has took his place to set thee here?
It is both he and she,
No.
your son and daughter.
No,
Yes.
they durst not do it. They could not, would not do it. 'Tis worse than murder to do upon respect such violent outrage. Where is this daughter?
With the earl, sir, here within.
Follow me not, stay here.
How chanced the king comes with so small a number?
Thou hadst been set in the stocks for that question. Thou well deserved it.
Why, fool?
We'll set thee to school to an ant, to teach thee there's no laboring in the winter. Let go thine hold when a great wheel runs down a hill, lest it break thy neck with following. But the great one that goes upward, let him draw thee after.
When a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine again. I would have none but knaves follow it, since a fool gives it.
Where learned you this, fool?
Not in the stocks, fool.
My lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke.
The king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would with his daughter speak. Commands, tense, service. Are they informed of this? My breath and blood, death on my state. Wherefore should he sit here? Give me my servant forth. Go and tell the duke and his wife I'd speak with them now presently. Bid them come forth and hear me, or at their chamber door I'll beat the drum till it cries sleep to death.
I would have all well betwixt you.
Oh me, my heart, my rising heart, but down. Good morrow to you both.
Hail to your grace.
I'm glad to see your highness.
Regan, I should think you are. I know the reason I have to think so. If thou should not be glad, I would divorce me from thy mother's tomb, sepulchring an adulteress. Beloved Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I have hope you less know how to value her desert than she to scant her duty.
Say, how's that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she have restrained the riots of your followers.
My curses on her.
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of his confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray you, that to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her.
Never, Regan. All the stored vengeances of heaven on her ungrateful tongue.
Oh, the blessed gods. So will you wish on me when the rash mood is on.
What trumpet's that?
I know it, my sisters. This approves her letter that she would soon be here.
This is a slave, whose easy borrowed pride dwells in the sickly grace of her he follows. Who comes here? Oh heavens, if you do love old men, if your sweet sway allow obedience, if you yourselves are old, send down and take my part. Oh, Regan, will you take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offense that indiscretion finds and dotage turns so.
I pray you, father, being weak seems so. If till the expiration of your month you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am now away from home, and out of that provision which shall be needful for your entertainment.
Return with her, and 50 men dismissed. No, rather I abjure all roofs and choose to wage against the enmity of the air, to be comrade with the wolf and owl. Necessity's sharp pinch, return with her. Persuade me rather to be slave and sumpter to this detested groom.
At your choice, sir.
I pray you, doctor, do not make me mad. I will not trouble thee, my child. We'll no more see one another, no more hear from one another. Farewell. I can stay with Regan. I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I looked not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome.
Is this well spoken?
I dare vouch it, sir. What? 50 followers. Is it not well? What need you more? Speak both against great a number, speak against so great a number.
I gave you all.
And in good
made
time
you my guardians, my depositories, but kept a reservation to be followed with such a number. What must I come to you with 5 and 20? Regan said you so.
And speak again, my lord, no more with me.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those that she calls servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? If then they chance to slack ye, we could control them. For now I spy a danger. I entreat you to come with me, and bring but 5 and 20. To no more will I give place or notice.
No. Oh, reason, not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest thing superfluous. You see me here, you gods, a poor, old man, as full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts gainst their father, fool me not so much to bear it tamely. No, you unnatural hags, I'll not weep. I have full cause for weeping. But this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws, or ere I'll weep. Oh, fool, I shall go mad.
Let us withdraw, 'twill be a storm.
The king is in high rage.
My lord entreats him by no means to stay.
Alack, the night comes on, and the high winds do sorely ruffle. For many miles about there's scarce a bush.
Shut up your doors, my lord, 'tis a wild night. My Regan counsels well. Come out of the storm.
Blow wind and crack your cheeks. Rage, blow you sulphurous and thought-executing fires. Vaunt couriers to oak, cleaving thunderbolts. Singe my white head, and thou, all shaking thunder, smite flat the thick rotundity of the world. I tax not you elements with unkindness, but yet I call you servile ministers that have the 2 pernicious daughters join this high engendered battle against the head so old and white as this oak, 'tis foul.
Alas, sir, sit you here? Things that love night love not such nights as these.
Let the great gods that keep this dreadful power over our heads find out their enemies now. Tremble, thou wretch that hast within thee undivulged crimes, unwhipped of justice, ride your concealed centers, and cry these dreadful summoners grace. I am a man more sinned against than sinning!
Alack, bareheaded, gracious my lord, hard by here is a hovel. Some friendship will lend you against the tempest.
My wit begins to turn.
He that has a tiny wit with the hay-ho, the wind and the rain, must make content with his fortunes fit for the rain. It raineth every day.
Alack, Edmund, I like not this unnatural dealing. There's some division betwixt the dukes, and worse matter than that. I have received a letter this night. 'Tis dangerous to be spoken, though I die for it. As no less is threatened me, the king, my master, must be relieved. There's something strange toward Edmund. Pray you be careful.
This courtesy forbid thee shall the Duke instantly know, and of that letter too. This seems a fair deserving, and does draw me. That which my father loses no less than all, the younger rises when the old do fall.
Here is the place, my lord. Good my lord, enter. The tyranny of the open night's too rough for nature to endure.
Thou thinkest 'tis much that this contentious storm invades us to the skin, when the mind's free, the body's delicate. Oh, that way madness lies. Let me shun that, no more of that.
Good my lord, enter.
Prithee, go in thyself. Seek thy own ease. This tempest will not give me leave to ponder on things would hurt me more. But I'll go in.
Come not in here, Knuckle! Here's the spirit. Help me, help me!
Give me thy hand. Who's there?
A spirit! He says his name's Poor Tom!
What art thou that dost grumble there in the straw? Come forth!
Away! The foul fiend follows me! Through the sharp hawthorn blows the cold wind! Go to thy cold bed and warm thee!
Hast thou given all to thy two daughters, and art thou come to
Who would give anything to poor Tom? The foul fiend hath led through fire, or bog and quagmire. Poor Tom some charity, and the foul fiend vexes. There could I have him now! There again!
Thou wert better in thy grave than to answer with this uncovered body thy austerities to the skies. Is man no more than this? Here's three arms are sophisticated. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more, but the poor bear forth animal as thou art. Off, you leggings, come on, unbutton.
Prithee, Knuckle, be content. This is a naughty night to swim in. Look, here comes a walking fire.
What's he?
Who's there? What is your seek?
What, are you there? Your names?
Poor Tom, who's whipped from tithing to tithing, and stuck, punished, and imprisoned.
My lord, go in with me. My duty cannot suffer to obey in all your daughter's hard commands.
Let me ask this philosopher one word in private.
Importune him to go, my lord. His wits begin to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him? His daughters seek his death. I'll tell thee, friend, I'm almost mad myself. I had a son, now outlawed from my blood. True to tell thee, the grief hath crazed my wits. What a night's this! I do beseech your grace.
Cry you mercy, noble philosopher, your company.
Tom's a cold.
There, fellow, in the hovel. Keep thee warm. No words, hush. Here's better than the open air. Take it thankfully. I'll piece out the comfort with what addition I can. I'll be not long from you.
Prithee, Knuckle, tell me whether a madman be a gentleman
Or a yeoman.
A king! A king! To have 1,000 wicked burning spits come hissing in upon them.
Foul fiend bites my back.
He's mad that trusts the tameness of a wolf,
a horse's hell,
a boy's love.
or a whore's oath.
It shall be done. I will arraign them straight. Most noble philosopher, sit thou here. Thou, his singing sir, sit you too. No, you sheep
How
foxes.
do you, sir? Stand you not so amazed. Will you lie down and rest upon the cushions?
I'll see their trial first. Bring in their evidence. Sit thou here, most robed man of justice. Thou, his yoke fellow of equity, sit. You are on the commission, sit you too.
Let us deal justly.
Arraign her first. 'Tis Goneril. I here do swear before the honorable commission that she kicked the poor king, her father.
Come hither, mistress. Is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Cry you mercy, I took you for a join stool.
And here's another, whose heart is made of stones. Oh, what stone her heart is made upon. There she goes. Armed, sword! Fire, collection the place, false officer. Why hast thou left her stay?
Thy 5
Oh,
wits.
pity! Where's the patience now that you have so oft boasted to retain? Now, good my lord, lie here a while.
Make no noise. Make no noise. So. We'll have supper in the morning. So.
Come hither, friend. Where is the king, my master? master?
Here, sir, but trouble him not. His wits are gone.
I prithee, take him in thy arms. I have overheard a plot of death upon him. There's a litter ready, lay him on't, and drive toward Dover, where thou shalt meet both welcome and protection. Come away.
Post speedily to my lord your husband. Show him this letter. The army of France is landed. Seek out the traitor Gloucester. Find him instantly.
Pluck out his eyes.
Leave him to my displeasure. Edmund, keep your sister company. The revenges we are about to take upon your traitorous father are not fit for your beholding. Farewell, dear sister. Farewell, my lord of Gloucester. How now? Where's the king?
My lord of Gloucester hath conveyed him hence.
Give horses for your mistress.
Farewell, sweet lord and sister.
Farewell, Edmund. Seek out the traitor Gloucester. Pinion him like a thief. Bring him before us. Though well we may not pass upon his life without the form of justice, our power shall do a courtesy to our wrath, which men may blame but not control. Bind fast his corky arms. Come, sir, what letters have you late from France?
Be simple, answerer, for we know the truth.
And what confederacy have you with the traitors late-footed in the kingdom?
To whose hands have you sent the lunatic king? Speak!
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover!
Wherefore to Dover?
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his poor, old eyes, nor thy fierce sister in his anointed flesh rash boorish fangs!
See it, shouts it out now. Upon those eyes of thine I'll set my foot.
Cruel you gods!
One side will mock another, the other too.
If you see vengeance,
Hold your hand, my lord.
How now, you dog?
If you did wear a beard on your chin, I'd shake it on this quarrel. What do you mean?
my villain!
Nay then, come on and take the chance of anger.
Give me that sword. A peasant stand up thus.
I am slain. My lord, you have won. I left to see some mischief on.
Lest it see, prevent it. Out,
Go thrust him at the gates and let him smell his way to Dover. How now, my lord? How look you?
I have received effort. Follow me, lady. Throw that slave upon the dunghill. Oh, Regan, I bleed apace. Untimely comes this hurt. Give me your arm.
Yet better thus, known to be condemned, than still condemned and flattered. Who's here? My father. Art I? World, oh world! Thy strange mutations make us hate thee. Life would not yield to age.
Get thee away, good friend. Be gone.
Alack, sir, you cannot see your way.
I have no way, and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw.
How now, who's there?
Is it the naked fellow?
Aye, my lord.
Get thee away. 'Tis the time's plague when madmen lead the blind. Do as I bid thee, or rather do thy pleasure. Above the rest be gone. Come hither, fellow. Knowst thou the way to Dover?
Aye, master.
There is a cliff whose high and bending head looks fearfully in the confining deep. Bring me but to the brim of it. I shall repair the misery thou dost bear with something rich about me. From that place I shall no leading need.
Give me thy hand. For Tom shall we.
My lord, I marvel our mild husband not much on the way. Now, where's your master?
Madam, within, but never man so changed. What he should dislike seems pleasant to him, and what like offensive.
Then shall you go no further. Back, Edmund, to my brother. Hasten his mustards, conduct his powers. I must change names at home and give the distaff into my husband's hands. Wear this. Spare speech. Decline thy head. conceive and fare thee well.
Yours in the ranks of death.
My most dear Gloucester. Oh, the difference between man and man. To thee a woman's services are due. My fool usurps my body.
Madam, here comes my...
I have been worth the whistle.
Oh, Goneril, you are not worth the dust the rude wind blows from your face.
The Duke of Cornwall's dead, slain by his servant, going to put out the other eye of Gloucester.
This shows you all above, you justices, that these unnether crimes can so speedily be bent. But oh, poor Gloucester, lost his other eye?
Both, my lord. This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer. 'Tis from your sister.
One way I like this well. Being widow and my Gloucester with her, may all the building in my fancy pluck upon my hateful life. Another way, this news is not so tart. I'll read and answer.
Where was his son when he did lose his eyes?
Come with my lady hither.
He is not here?
No, I met him back again.
Come hither, friend, tell me what more thou knowest.
Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home?
No, madam.
What might import my sister's letter to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, he is posted hence on serious matter.
I must needs after him, madam, with my letter.
Why may she write to him? Might not you let me unseal the letter?
Madam, I had rather...
I know you're of her bosom.
I, madam.
I speak in understanding you are, I know it. Therefore, I do advise you. Take this note, and if you find him, give him this. And when your mistress hears thus much from you, I pray, desire, call her wisdom to her. So fare you well.
When shall we come to the top of that same hill?
Climb it now. Look how we labor.
Methinks the ground is even.
Come on, sir. Here's the place. Stand still. You are now... How fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low.
Set me where you stand.
Give me your hand. You are now within a foot of the extreme verge.
Let go my hand. Go further off and let me hear thee going.
Now fare thee well, good sir.
With all my heart.
Why I do trifle thus with his despair is done to cure it.
Oh, you mighty gods. This world I do renounce, and in your sights shake patiently my great affliction off. Now, fellow, fare thee well.
Gone, sir. Farewell. And yet I know not how conceit may rob the treasury of life when life itself yields to the theft. Had he been where he thought, why this had thought been past. Alive or dead? Oh, you, sir! Friend, speak!
Away and let me die!
Thy life's a miracle! Speak yet again!
But have I fallen or no?
From the dread summit of this chalky board. The shrill-gorged lark so far cannot be seen nor heard. Do but look up.
Alack, I have no eyes.
Give me your arm. Come on, stand up so. Feel you your legs?
Too well, too well.
Bear free and patient thoughts. But who comes here? The safer sense will ne'er accommodate his master thus.
No, they cannot touch me for crying. I am the king himself.
That trick of the voice I do remember well. It's not the king.
I, every inch a king.
Oh, let me kiss that hand.
Let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Oh, ruined piece of nature. This great world shall so wear out to not dost thou know me.
I remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squinny at me? No, blind Cupid, do thy worst. I'll not love. Read down this challenge. Mark but the penning of it.
Were all thy letters sons, I could not see.
I would not take this from report. It is, and my heart breaks at it.
Read!
I see it feelingly.
What? Art mad? A man may see how this world goes with no eyes. Through tattered clothes great vices do appear. Robes and furred gowns hide all. Plate sins in gold, and the strong lance of justice hurtless breaks. Armament in rags, and but a pygmy straw does pierce it. I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester. Thou must be patient. We came crying hither. Thou knowest the first time we smell the air, we wail and cry. I will preach to thee. Mark, when we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools.
Oh, here he is. Lay hand on him.
What?
Sir, your most dear daughter.
No rescue? A prisoner? I am even the natural fool of fortune. Use me well. You shall have ransom. Let me have surgeons. I am cut to the brains.
You are a royal one, and we obey you.
Then there's life in it. Come and you get it. You shall get it by running.
Most pitiless right past speaking of any king.
Hail, gentle sir.
Sir, speed you. What's your will?
Do you hear aught, sir, of a battle toward?
Most sure and vulgar.
If by your favor, how near's the other army?
Know that the queen is here on special cause. Her army is moved on.
I thank you, sir.
What are you, fellow?
Most poor man made tame to fortune's blows. Come on, father, I'll lead you to some biding.
Hearty thanks. The bounty and venison of pudding to boot and boot.
A proclaimed prize. Most happy that eyeless head of thine was first framed flesh to raise my fortunes. Thou old unhappy traitor, briefly thyself remember, the sword is out that must destroy thee. Dost thou support a published traitor? Out, dunghill! Slave, thou hast slain me. Villain, take my purse. If ever thou wilt thrive, bury my body, and give the letters which thou find'st about me to Edmund, Lord of Gloucester. Seek him out upon the English party. Oh, untimely death! Death!
I know thee well. A serviceable villain, as duteous to the vices of thy mistress as badness would quantify.
What? Is he dead?
Sit you down, father. Rest you. Edmund, let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You have many opportunities to cut him off. If your will want not, time and place will be fruitfully offered. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant, Goneril. O indistinguished space of woman's will, plot upon her dear husband's life in the exchange of my brother.
The king is mad. How stiff is my vile sense that I stand up and have ingenious feeling of my huge sorrows. Better I were distract, so should my thoughts be severed from my griefs. And woes by wrong imaginations lose knowledge of themselves.
Are often things I hear the beaten drum. Come on, father, I'll bestow you with a friend.
Oh, good Kent, how shall I live and work to match thy goodness? My life will be too short and every measure failing.
To be acknowledged, madam, is all paid. To be known makes short my maiden intent. My boon, I make it that you know me not till time and I think of meet.
And be it so, my good lord. How does the king?
Please you draw near, louder the music there, madam.
Oh, my dear father, restoration, hang thy medicine on thy lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made. He wakes. Speak to him.
Madam, you do, 'tis fitted.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this to be my child, Cordelia.
And so I am.
I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause, they do not.
No cause, no cause.
Do not abuse me.
Will it please your highness walk?
Thou must pray now. Forget and forgive. I am old and foolish.
Our sister's man is certainly miscarried.
'Tis to be doubted, madam.
Now, sweet lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you.
Fear me not.
Our very loving sister, well be met. For this I hear as France invades our land, not bolds the king, with others, whom most heavy and just causes make oppose. Combine together against the enemy. For these domestic door particulars are not to question here. We will determine with the ensign of war on all proceedings.
I will attend you presently at your tent.
Sister, you'll go with us?
I know this riddle. I will go.
Prepare your grief and speech with men so poor. Before you fight the battle, ope this letter.
Stay till I've read the letter?
Forbid it. When time shall serve, but let the herald call, and I'll appear again.
Why, fare thee well, or look the paper.
The enemy's in view. Draw up the towers.
We will greet the time. I do require them of you,
Sir.
so to use them as we find their merits and our safety may equally determine.
Sir, I found it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention. With him I sent the queen.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but a subject of this war, not as a brother.
That's as we list to grace him.
Do you mean to enjoy him?
Let the drums strike and prove thy title mine.
Stay yet, hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason. Thou art armed, Gloucester, let the trumpet sound. If none appear upon thy person, to prove thy heinous manifest, and many treasons. There's my pledge. I'll make it on thy heart. Ere I taste bread, thou art in nothing less than I have here proclaimed thee.
Sick. Oh, sick.
If not, I'll ne'er trust medicine.
There's my pledge. What in the world who names me traitor villain like he lies?
A herald, ho.
My sickness grows upon me.
She is not well, convey her to my tent. Come hither, herald, let the trumpet sound, and read out this. If any man of quality or degree will maintain upon Edmund that he is a manifold traitor, let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet. Again! Again! What are you? Your name, your quality, and why you answer this present summons.
No, my name is lost. But I am as noble as that adversary which I come to cope.
Which is that adversary?
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself. What sayest thou to that?
Behold, it is my privilege, I protest. Despite thy victor sword and fiery fortune, thy valor and thy heart, thou art a traitor, a most toad-spotted traitor.
Back do I toss those treasons to thy head where they shall rest forever. Trumpets, speak.
are mine, not thine. Who can array me for it?
Go after her. She's desperate. Govern her.
What you have charged me with, that have I done, and more, much more. But what art thou that hast this fortune on me? If thou art noble, I do forgive thee.
Let's exchange charity. I am no less in blood than thou art, Edmund. My name is Edgar, my father's son.
Where have you hid yourself?
The bloody proclamation to escape which followed me so near taught me to shift into a madman's ranks. In that habit, now my father with his bleeding rings, their precious stones new lost. Led him, begged for him, saved him from despair. Never revealed myself to him till some half hour passed, when I was armed. From first to last, I told our pilgrimage. But his flawed heart, too weak for conflict to support, twixt two extremes of passion, joy, and grief, burst smiling.
Your speech may perchance do some good.
Oh, help! Oh, help!
What means this bloody knife?
'Tis hot. It smokes. It came even from the heart of... Oh, she's dead.
Who dead? Speak, man.
Your lady, sir. Your lady. And her sister. By her is poisoned. She confesses of it.
Here comes Kent.
The judgment of heaven that makes us tremble touches us not with pity. Oh, is this he? The time will now allow the compliment bearing manners urges.
I'm come to bid my master good night. Did you not hear?
Oh, great things of us forgot. Speak, Edmund, where's the king and where's Cordelia?
I pant for life. Some good I mean to do despite of mine own good. Quickly send to the castle. Be brief in it, for my writ is on the life of Lear and on Cordelia. They send in time.
Haste thee for thy life.
The gods defend her. Bear him hence a while.
Help! 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 Oh, you are men of stones! Had I your tongues and eyes, I'd use them so that heaven's vault should crack. She's gone forever. I killed the slave that was hanging thee.
'Tis true, my lords. He did.
Who are you? This is a dull sight. Are you not Kent?
The same. Your servant Kent. From your first of difference and decay have followed your stead steps.
You are welcome hither.
No man else. All's cheerless, dark, and deadly.
Edmund is dead, my lord.
That's but a trifle here.
You, lords and noble friends, know our intent.
What to this great decay, comfort may come, shall be applied. For us, we will, during the life, resign to this old majesty. All friends shall taste the cup of their deservings, and all foes their deservings too.
And my poor fool is hanged. No life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life, and thou no breath at all? Thou'lt come no more. Never.
He faints. My lord!
Vex not his ghost, and let him pass. He hates him that would upon the rack of this tough world stretch him out longer.
Bear them from hence. You, friends of my soul, twain rule in this realm, and the gourd state sustain.
I have a journey, sir, shortly to go. My master calls me. I must not say no.
The weight of this sad time we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we want to say. The oldest hath borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.